Building with Papa. Okay, I'm doing this video on these tables, or actually on the dining room table that I built for my daughter. If you watched the two previous ones, we're going to be installing this table right here. Okay, so here's the table. I have it upside down. I put in the white small ones where the leg is going to be. Now I'm routering out the legs because I want it to go up against the wall and the baseboard is there, so I don't want to cut the baseboard, so I'm cutting the legs that are going up against the wall. I router it out and then I take a belt sander and I start smoothing it out, and I keep checking, going back inside until I get it to the correct depth so that it goes against the wall and around the baseboard. It's a bit of work, but it makes everything look nice. Okay, so now I have it up against the wall and it wraps around the baseboard, and once I get these ready, then we're going to get started. Okay, now we've moved everything out and we want to put this table center of the wall. So I know center's about where this outlet is, so I'm going to put a piece of tape on the wall, and then I'm going to take my measurements and find the exact center. I will put a level and plumb the line and mark it, and then I will mark where my legs are going from there. Okay, I pre-drilled through the legs. I had put a pencil line from the center line that I made, and I have 2 marks where the legs are going to go. Then I put the leg up against the wall. I drill into the drywall, and that is where I make the hole bigger, and I put in mollies to be able to hold these legs to the wall. They're not really holding the top. The top will be screwed into the studs. But when I find the studs, I'll be measuring off the center line, and I will pre-drill the top so that I will be able to screw right into each one of the studs. That will really be what's holding the top. The legs will be there helping to support it, but they're mainly for the legs that I am going to be putting on the angle. Okay, so let's move forward and get this table going. Okay, now I have the legs fastened to the wall, and if you saw on the bottom of that table, I had a piece of blue tape. I marked the center of that table, and on my blue tape on the wall is the center that I had on the wall. As we put it on top of the legs, we slid it over till both lines lined up, and that puts that table center and the legs exactly where I want them. I put in these pieces of 2x4 as temporary legs so that I am able to fasten the table to the studs. I had already pre-drilled the wood so that it would go right into the studs and I wouldn't have any issues while we're getting this prepped. All right, now everything is screwed to the wall, and then I'm going to be cutting these angles. The angles for the legs. So I got another 2x4 so that I can put it in place. I have the top pretty much level, and I'm making my marks alongside the 2x, the leg and the top. This way I'm able to cut this at those angles and be able to screw them to the walls and to the top of the table. So I pre-drill the 2x now so they don't split. So make sure you pre-drill them and then start putting everything together. All right, let's continue on. Okay, now I fasten this leg to the bottom of the table and up against the leg that I have on the wall, checking it for level to make sure we're in the right place. If I have to tap it in, raise the top, that's what I do, and then I'll screw it off. And I check it at both ends, and then I check it all the way across, and everything came out really nice. It's looking really good. All right, well, let's keep going here. We're almost done. Okay, now we have everything screwed together. Our next step is going to be to putty all the screw holes, caulk it, sand them, and paint everything. That's white. We'll get its last coat. I think it came out quite well. Alright, Building with Papa. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one.